Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I would say it's lovely to see you, but unfortunately I can't see you, but hopefully you can see me. As you can see, I'm not at home for a change. I'm actually in situ at a distillery, and not just any distillery. This is Yorkshire's first whiskey distillery, the Spirit of Yorkshire. I'm going to introduce you to David in a moment, who's one of the owners, proprietors here. And we can have a quick chat with him. But I just wanted to quickly introduce you to the Whiskey Festival in a Box, which has been a labour of love. We've worked really, really hard at it, so I hope you appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. This is just an intro for everyone, just to introduce the event, to show you what it's going to look like. It'd be lovely to see you in person and bring the whiskies to you, to your venues in all your cities. As you well know, it's just not possible at the moment. So instead, we have lots of guests coming on. Our first tasting starts here at 5 p.m, but we can have a bit of fun before that. But first of all, I'm just going to step aside a little bit because we're very conscious of social distancing and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to step aside a little bit and allow David to come through and say hello. So I'm just going to wander slightly over here. Hopefully you can still see me. David, please come down.
Hey, presentation.
Hi. So yeah, I think we can just about both see us.
Yeah.
We are quite far apart. The camera doesn't maybe show that, but we are. David, thank you so much for having us. We really feel very privileged to be presenting the whole festival from the distillery. So I'm bending down slightly so the camera can pick me up. Yes, we're very excited to be here, not just for being at the distillery, but to present the festival to you guys. There's a couple of trophies over there that I've just dropped off today, which were for festivals last year.
You don't want to drop these anywhere.
No, exactly. So I'd love to be able to present them to you, but obviously safety is the main concern. But Spirit of Yorkshire won, I think, Dram of the Day in York in 2019 and Stand of the Day in Manchester in the same year. So, you know, accolades upon accolades, David.
Well, yeah, in our first year, it was quite amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Right, well, I'll if you move back a little bit, and then I'll sit down, and then you can maybe sit down.
Yeah, not a problem.
Right, here we go.
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs. So, when I first arrived here today, the place was a hive of activity. Lots and lots of bottling going on. You've got a new bottling, which I'm very excited to taste. And it looks like you're doing a fabulous job, David.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I suppose some people say it's a labour of love, but actually, you know, we're very much got our business heads on as well. And yeah, I mean, it's been a roller coaster project, like any sort of new project. But in terms of setting up a whiskey distillery, it's always going to be challenging. You know, it's not easy. And anybody who's thinking about it, you know, I think you need to really consider your options before you start. Do I really want to do this? So we've had challenging times, but actually now we've gone through the sort of the hard bit. You know, the 3-year wait, 3 year and several months for us. We were never going to release a product that wasn't right. So yeah, it's a challenge, but we're now at the fun bit of actually having spirit in a bottle.
Absolutely, and your new release, which unfortunately we're not going to get to taste during the festival. Well, I might, but you lot won't. Sorry about that.
That's so mean. That's so mean.
It is a bit mean, but you know they know what I'm like.
Yeah.
A new Oloroso sherry cask.
Yeah, I mean it's the first. I mean, what we're doing with any new distillery has to create a style. It has to create sort of a signature, if you like, and a lot of our whiskies to date have all been bourbon-led. So, you know, probably 70% of our cask type is bourbon, and the spirit lends itself very well to that sort of lighter end of the scale. But at the same time, you know, we do have two types of new make spirit. One that's quite light, goes through an extra rectifying column, which, you know, we can talk about later. But so it gives you a nice, fruity, lighter style, and that lends itself really well to the bourbon. But this comes straight from the pot still, and It's sort of gone into some Oloroso casts from day one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like, we really didn't know what the end result would be, but these are 5 casts that have just come together and have been absolutely superb.
Yeah,
So it's our first sherry, full-term sherry release.
Yes. Well, I think I tried some experimental stuff back in the early days, but I'm very much looking forward to the 4-year-old one now. Is
it's
it?
all well. It's sort of it's getting
Almost,
on that way. Yeah, it's getting
blimey,
on that
it's
way.
getting on a bit. Isn't it?
It's getting on long in the tooth for an English whiskey. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But no, it's exciting times, and to see the difference of. I mean, you can probably see a range of our bottlings there, but the colour and the flavour profiles now are changing so rapidly. It's quite an exciting time.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, I think the last time I was here was probably a year, maybe more ago, and there was definitely not the same amount. You can't see viewers, unfortunately, but this.
You probably don't need to. You don't want to.
It's not the glamorous bit, but it's exciting to see lots and lots of packed bottles and ready to go out and spread the word.
Yeah.
And obviously behind us, you can see the Forsyth stills. I think you can just about see both of them actually.
Yeah, the one steaming at the back is the wash still. That's just finished its job for the day, and the one in the foreground is a spirit still. So we've got 3,500 litre spirit still and a 5,000, practically 5,000 litre wash still.
Fantastic.
So it's a reasonable size.
Yeah. It keeps you busy, clearly.
It keeps us busy, yeah. It keeps us busy.
Well, obviously, I think we're going to have Joe on Sunday to present the Yorkshire Day Dram on Sunday.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. We've got another guest on the line who I'm going to bring in. Now, those of you that bought your packs, first of all, thank you so much for your support. You don't know how much hard work it was to get those things out. It's hard to run a distillery, but try packing 400 boxes in 2 days. But anyway, within it, you will have seen that apart from the whiskies that you're going to be tasting, that you'll also see a Glencairn tasting glass with the Whisky Festival in a Box logo, which I hope you like, and also a can of Larkfire water. And so I thought it might be an idea just to get someone, well, not just anyone, but James McIntosh from Larkfire to come on and just tell us a little bit about it. He's not going to go on too much, he promises me, but it's just to, why have you got that can of water and what do you do with it apart from drink it? Hang on a second, let me get James in. James, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, thanks, man. How's your day been?
Yeah, not bad actually. Not too busy, fortunately. Not as busy as you've been setting up there, I don't think. But just sort of getting on with actually trying to get some samples over to China, which has been quite challenging to say the least. But I think we're almost there anyway.
Yeah. Well, I should mention that you actually were a big help earlier in the week in helping us pack these boxes. So just wanted to publicly thank you for that because I'm not sure we could have done it, to be frank.
That was no problem at all. And we're happy to be in the box as well, Eddie, and I know how much hard work you put into this. So I'm sure it's going to be a tremendous success. So well done on that. We'll
keep those fingers crossed for that. Don't speak too soon. Now listen, just obviously I know this story of Larkfire, but not everybody does. If you could just summarize it in a sort of little explanation as to what it is, where it comes from, and why you think people should be using it with their whiskey, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, it's interesting because obviously this is going to be an extravaganza of whiskey, and our feeling is that the best whiskey deserves the best water. So people have been adding water to whiskey for centuries, but from John O'Groats to Land's End, tap water has got chlorine in it, and amongst other things like fluoride, etc. And all these sort of nasty things and additives that really shouldn't go anywhere near your whiskey. So me and a friend actually set up Larkfire. So we did a bit of studying with Harry at Watt University, and we discussed discussed what we're trying to do with some chemists from Sweden who'd recently brought out I think it was a paper on why you should dilute whiskey, and they'd taken a sort of scientific approach. And we tried to look at the sort of sensory side as well to find the best water, which we found to be very, very soft, very low in minerals. And we travelled around Scotland looking for our source, which we found in Lewis, where the sort of geography, geology, and climate unite to create this perfect water. Which is very, very soft, and the geography there is Lewisham gneiss, which sort of my A-level geography sort of tells me is very hard and metamorphic rock, and the water just sits on top, so it doesn't gain any minerals, and therefore is really, really, really very soft. So we put that water in cans, and at some point, I'm sure. Either yourself or one of the other hosts is going to suggest that people add a drop or maybe a splash of water to the whiskey, and we can guarantee that you'll be adding the best water that should extend the flavour and bring out the more subtle notes from your whiskey, and that whiskey deserves the best water, and I think we're giving it to you with Larkfire.
Well, you've done that very succinctly, James. I'm very impressed. That's probably the least I've heard from you in a couple of years. No, I mean, we enjoy Larkfire. We think it's a good product. I mean, I would say that yes, adding water to whiskey definitely helps to enhance it. Brings out flavors that are otherwise locked up by the alcohol. So I would always recommend using a good quality water. Oh,
I'm sorry about
that, James. For goodness sake. So yes, so thanks once again, James, for providing the water for all of our participants and to us. Hopefully we'll see you. I think you're going to take part tomorrow in the Asia tasting, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Yes,
but you'll be a punter, just sipping away in the background.
Well, really looking forward to it. I think you've got a great lineup, and it's going to be really exciting. And I hope you've got the stamina for it.
Listen, if I could survive the last few days, this should be a cakewalk. But I'm not guaranteeing anything.
Brilliant. Well, I wish you all the best of luck, and I know it's going to be great. So thank you very much.
Okay, James. Thanks once again, and enjoy your evening. And I'll catch up with you very soon.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Eddie. Take
care. Cheers, James. Take care. Okay, so as James mentioned, we have a lot of very good whiskies to talk to you about as we go through the festival. The festival itself takes the shape of 7 distinct festival sessions. So this evening from 5 o'clock, we have a Scotch session number 1, which features the whiskies that are just in front of me here. You see how organized I am today. Then we have a world whiskey session from 7 p.m. Then tomorrow we have a Scotch Whisky 2 session, catchily named, at 1 p.m. 3 p.m. is Asia, so Asian whiskey tasting. And then 5 p.m. is the much looked forward to independent bottlers tasting, which should be a nice way to finish off your evening. And then on Sunday, we have the English tasting, single malt tasting at 2 p.m. We're going to have Joe Clark, David's thorn in the side, protege, whatever.
Sidekick.
So Joe, and a veritable cornucopia of English distillers. And then finally, we finish with the much looked forward to peated whiskey tasting as we move into the slightly cooler months. Peated whiskies start to become more relevant again, if they weren't already, year round for a lot of people. So I'm going to introduce one other little element to you guys. Those of you that have been to our London event in the last few years, we've been very fortunate to have a guy called Marcus Bonfanti and his band play for us, particularly on the Sunday, I think. Now, Marcus was going to be with us, not here at the distillery, but he was going to appear live online. But unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he's got some work, which is great. I mean, obviously, everyone's suffering to a degree, but professional musicians, along with the hospitality staff, are chief among them. So I'm really happy that he's got some work, but obviously sad he can't join us live. But what he has done, bless him, is produce some videos, and specifically for the event. So I'm going to hand over to Marcus, if I can do that quickly and discreetly. Let's see if this works. And let's see if we can get this to work. So this is Marcus Bonfanti, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi there, welcome to the Whisky Lounge. I'm going to kick off a couple of songs for you. My name is Marcus Bonfanti. Usually Eddie would invite me along to the event and I'd be able to play for you all live, but obviously the way things are right now, that's not allowed. So instead, me and Eddie decided it would be fun if I brought some music to you guys anyway, as a little precursor to your lovely day of enjoying your whiskeys. So I'm going to play a couple of blues songs for you to get you in the mood for some good whiskey. So what should we start off with? Let's start off with the rag, Mama Rag. Well, I'm going downtown, pistol in my hand, looking for a woman, ain't got no man. I might be looking for a needle in the sand, looking for a woman, ain't got no man. Said rag, mama, oh rag, mama, oh rag, honey, do that rag. Gonna get me one woman, better get you two, one for me and my buddy too. Got me a wife and a sweetheart too. If my wife don't love me, then my sweetheart do. Said rag, mama, oh rag, mama, oh rag, honey, do that rag. That's right. All right. I'm going downtown, pistol in my hand, blackjack in my pocket, gonna get that man. Oh, now don't you know I'm gonna get that so-and-so. Say rag, mama, oh rag, mama, oh rag, honey, do that rag. I never thought my woman would treat me so. Love a man standing in my back door. Oh, now don't you know you gonna reap just what you sow. Say rag, mama, oh rag, mama, oh rag, honey, do that rag. Oh, Lord said rag, mama, oh rag, mama, oh rag, honey, do that rag.
Okay, so that was Marcus Bonfanti, ladies and gents, and I think you'll agree he's a fantastic guitar player and singer. I'm going to hand over again to Marcus before we finish this introduction, because this is pretty much the end of the introduction. Once again, really excited to have you with us here at Spirit of Yorkshire for this very special event. I don't think it will be the last of its type. I'm pretty sure we've got plans to do many more of these, particularly if it works and you like it. So if you do like it, please do take to social media in your droves and give us a thumbs up or whatever it is you do these days. But anyway, I'm going to hand over again to Marcus just to play you out. And for those of you that are going to be on our Scotch session 2, we look forward to seeing you in about 40 minutes. See you very soon, ladies and gents.
So that's the Rag Mama Rag by can't remember who that was by. Blind. That's gone for me. Anyway, it's not important. I will remember. And Blind Boy Fuller, of course, the Rag Mama Rag by Blind Boy Fuller. So I hope that's got you in the mood. I'm going to bring it down slightly, do a song by the great Big Bill Broonzy. Here's a little love song that Bill used to sing way back when. When did you leave heaven? How could they let you go? Tell me what's it like up in heaven? Baby, I would love to know. Why did you trade heaven for all these earthly things? Why'd you drop your little halo? Honey, why you drop your wings? And do they miss you? And can you get back in? Oh, if I kiss you, tell me, would it be a sin? Well, no, you know I'm only human, and you are so divine. Why did you trade heaven, little old angel mine? Won't you tell me, can you get back in? Oh, honey, now if I kiss you, won't you tell me, would it be a sin? No, you know I'm only human, and you are so divine. Why did you leave heaven, little old angel mine? Little old angel mine, little old angel mine.
Okay, that was Marcus Bonfanti, ladies and gents. Right, I'm going to go and have a quick break because I've been here quite a long time without having refreshed myself. So I'm going to go do that before we get started for our first session at 5 o'clock. That's Scotch Whisky 1. So I shall see you in about half an hour. Take it easy.